luckily through my job, I have a free membership at a local gym, and so I've been going there. And yeah, I've got a workout Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and so I hit the weight room, and we're probably looking at about an hour a day when I'm in there.
On legs.
On legs, yeah, strictly legs. A lot of people might tell you that it's all about squats and doing heavy weights, but from what I understand, maybe your man in LA could prove or disprove this theory. But from what I understand, it's more about repetition, less about weight.
I think it's also about, he would tell you that it's about using your own body weight to do things in plyometrics, so jumping off of a box and then jumping as you hit the ground. It's like explosion.
Right.
Are you doing anything like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm understanding is there's I forget what exactly the terms were that my buddy was using, who's my trainer in Reno, but he was telling me quick twitch muscles.
Right, fast twitch.
Yeah, fast twitch.
Right, fast twitch muscles
there
is what you want to build up as opposed to longer white muscle.
Right, exactly.
Just when it comes to dunking, white is almost always the enemy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just bear that in mind.
Yeah.
You're trying to dunk, go away from the whiteness on every level.
Which is tough
because you are white.
Well, yeah, and you mentioned fairly often your struggle with your perpetual whiteness.
Yes.
I actually take it a step further. Somehow my appendages do just fine. I appear tan when partially clothed, but if I take off my shirt, it's almost like you know how you on National Geographic or something they show pictures of the cave-dwelling lizards that haven't seen light in millions of years.
Sure.
They're actually translucent.
Right. That's you.
That's me.
You can see your heart beating.
Yeah, exactly. You can, if I took off my shirt and walked away, you could see my kidneys from behind.
He's single, ladies.
Yeah.
Check out his website, ifthistguykandunk.com. All right, we've got to take a quick break here. But Jason, when we come back, I want to give you, just having watched the videos, and this is just my humble opinion. I think there are a couple of things that you could change, not about what you're doing, but about the environment that might actually help you a little bit.
I'll look forward to it.
So not that I know, and not that I can even touch the rim anymore. In fact, the highest I've jumped in years was when Vanessa and I were on a walk, and there was one of those power, it's like a metal pipe that goes diagonal, like it goes across from the power pole to something else. And I jumped up and hung on that. It's probably 7 feet off the ground.
There's something about inherent maleness that anything
that's high,
that's within 8 to 9.5 feet, you must touch it.
You want to jump up and grab it. And that was I pulled 3 muscles. Was hospitalized for a week. So I'm not giving you advice like I can even do it.
Right.
I'm just anyway. We'll talk about it in a minute when we return. We're talking to Jason King, who's trying to get back in touch with his inner Dr. Duncanstein. Again, his website is ifthistguykandunk.com. Make sure you go check it out and give him some words of encouragement there. Okay, we'll take a short break and then be back in a moment with more TBTL. Welcome back to TBTL here on News Talk 97.3, Cairo FM.
Good golly, Miss Molly!
We're talking to listener Jason King. He's working on his dunking skills as he approaches 30 years of age in November. He has between now and November to get in shape and practice his jumping and get all of the mechanics of executing a basketball dunk now. Now he's 6'1". Played some high school basketball, so he's not a stranger to the court. The videos, by the way, he's been creating these great videos. I like that, by the way, that the most recent one has some MJ
absolutely
in it. I mean, I appreciate your, a tip of the hat.
Of course.
To the late king of pop. His videos, you can find them at ifthistguykandunk.com, or you can also find a link to them and his website at our website, which is mynorthwest.com/TBTL. All right, so here is 2 things that I think are making it harder on you, Jason, in terms of trying to dunk. Number 1, I think carrying the basketball is a bad idea. I think you should dribble it because if you can't palm it, which I can't palm the basketball either, I think it just impedes your natural jumping motion. And one of the things that I have learned and you probably know this too, and your friend who's training you might tell you, arms are a big part of jumping because you're like throwing your arms.
Right.
It's a big part of the momentum. And if you're carrying the basketball, you're losing some of your ability to really throw your arms properly. Whereas if you're dribbling, you can be kind of throwing your arm and then catching the basketball on the way up.
Yeah, I like that theory.
That is one thing I would add. And the other thing is, it's so much harder to jump off of cement than wood. I think you should definitely, when you do your real dunk, do it in a gym that has a wood and a springy wood floor.
I hadn't even considered
Cement is like, you probably lose 2 inches of jumping off of cement.
You think so?
Yeah, because those gym floors that are made of wood, they're basically a big spring.
Right.
And so you will jump a lot. Although you could kind of consider the cement as like it's like running in combat boots before your big race. And then when you take the combat boots off and put on running shoes, you feel very fleet of foot. So, I mean, I swear to God, if you're getting close to dunking on the cement and then you go inside, you will be jumping out of the gym.
I like it. I'm going to give that a whirl.
Those are my two. I say this because I used to figure out how every possible way I could improve my jumping by a half an inch. And I definitely noticed that inside you can always jump higher than outside.
and by the same token, this gives me several reasons, justifications as to why I haven't been able to dunk.
That's right. Oh my gosh. I mean, the fact that you've come as close as you have. On attempt number 4 that I was watching today, you get up there. You're really pretty close in the sense that like you're holding the basketball near the rim, you're getting the ball above the rim, and then you're grabbing the rim.
Right.
It seems like if you get like 3 more inches on your vertical,
yeah,
you'll be putting the ball. You'll be dunking.
I'd like to believe that. Yeah.
Now, would you accept an alley-oop from someone?
I think I would
as your dunk.
I think my my agility would come into. I would question my own agility in terms of actually receiving a pass in the air and being able to convert that.
What about alley-ooping to yourself, which looks hard but is actually really easy?
I'm going to give that a try, maybe especially in the gym. I think that's an interesting theory I'm going to have to put into practice.
Yeah, because then basically the basketball's already, you know this move, but you throw the ball up high, it bounces, and then you jump so that the ball's up there hanging around the rim waiting for you, and then you get there and meet it, and then it's like, because you're going to get high enough. The question is, can you get high enough holding the ball at place to get through?
Right.
How are you, are you going to have your friends come out for your final attempt? What's the scene going to be?
Well, my hope is that it won't come down to a final attempt. I'm thinking that if you go back, if you look at the first dunk attempt, which was just four weeks ago, I literally like stuffed the ball into the bottom of the rim. Rim check, and it was like I said, it was a sad day. It was a blow to the ego. But it's been 4 weeks, and now I'm getting like mid knuckle over the rim with the ball in hand, and of course I can't hold on to the ball. But I like the alley-oop theory, so I'm going to give that a whirl. But I'm thinking that if I can continue this pace, that I would guess I'm looking at about maybe a month out from now.
Wow, you're confident.
I'm confident.
And you have until November 22nd, right?
That's right, yeah.
So I've got a lot of time.
4 months, 5 months, something like that?
Okay, well, I'm going to keep monitoring your progress, and we will announce it, of course. This will be the first news outlet to announce that Jason King has dunked before his 30th birthday.
The first of many, I'm sure.
That's right. Right. It's gonna really take off. Jason's website is ifthisguykandunk.com, and like I said, the videos are very entertaining. And if you're like me, a guy in his 30s who's basically a character in the Bruce Springsteen song "Glory Days,"
oh yeah, absolutely,
you'll enjoy watching Jason's progress. You'll enjoy seeing one of our own who's getting back in touch with his athletic abilities.
Well, and if I could really quickly keep an eye on it this coming weekend on the birth of our nation. I will be donning my TBTL Mariners T-shirt in my attempt, and I've got a pretty good feeling that if I can harness the power of this program, things might be looking good.
Yeah,
especially with your tips being put into practice.
All right, well, I'm definitely going to check that out, and I'm excited to hear that you're integrating a TBTL T-shirt into the process.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break, do the news that is with Jeannie Lockhart. When we come back, we've got some of your listener letters, including listener Jeff, who had a run-in with the band Smash Mouth that leaves him wondering if they are, in fact, super meta. We'll explain when we return on TBTL.